of your teammates are sitting in the same room, kindly mute the other devices so that this echo issue don't happen.
And you can start now.
Yes, you can start.
Good afternoon, board members. We are Team REVANTA from NIT Hamirpur. Today we are going to present our cost report presentation. Moving forward, we have done our material selections on the basis of yield strength, ultimate tensile strength, and availability and cost. We have used AISI 4130 steel for our material selection. Moving forward, material selection is for roll cage is done on the following reason: machinability, weldability, cost, availability, and strength. Moving forward, pipe dimensions and its selections is done on the basis of availability. Moving forward, we have selected our vendor by contacting various vendors and analyzing them on the basis of cost, approachability, facility, and reviews. We finally selected CAD manufacturer. We finally selected. Moving forward, these are the pipe dimensions we referred. Moving forward, at last we came at conclusion of using 1.6-inch seamless tube. Moving forward, these are the design optimizations we have done. We started with the design that you can see on the left, and then moving forward to the design on the right, and moving forward we have considered the minimum weight requirement. Moving forward, these are the manufacturing costs. We have considered metal cutting costs. Tools required would be HSS high-speed steel circular saw and its blade. Machine would be, we acquired the machine from our central workshop of our institute, and blades to be acquired by our own expense. The total number of members in the design are 25, and number of cuts involved would be 52. Life of one HSS blade is around 100 cuts at 2000 RPM. Number of blades required is 1, and the cost of one blade is 20. Total tooling cost is equals to 40, and service cost would be around 500, and total, which sums up to be the total cost of 540. Moving forward, then coming to the CNC bending machine, due to unavailability of CNC bending machine at our workplace, we outsource the bending from our vendor. Number of bends members in design that are to be bent are 5. Number of bends involved would be 9. Cost as per the bends and specification and discounts provided would be 500, and which adds up to the total cost of 500. And coming to the notching cost, tools required are eccentric notch cutter, and machines is acquired from our central workshop, and total number of members that are to be notched are 25. Number of notches involved are 50, and notch thickness is nearly about 2 and notch angle involved is 60 degree, which sums up to the total cost of 200 rupees. Moving forward, now coming on to the welding cost, we use MIG welding due to the availability at our central workshop, ER4043 filler material and CO2 cylinder. Machine acquired from central workshop, and the filler material and refilling of CO2 cylinder would be funded by our own. Number of members in the design are 25. Number of joints involved is 48. Total number of welds, total weld length nearly about 4.2 meter, and weld depth would be 2 Net bead volume would be 8.4 centimeter cube, and and the amount of filler material wire required would be 4.2 meters, and which is nearly to 9.28 kgs, which is assumed to be 10 kg, and diameter of filler material we used is 1.6 and the cost of filler material is around 200 rupees, and the cost of CO2 cylinder that we require to fill is 44 per kg, which adds up to the total amount of 244 for welding. Moving forward, now coming to the grinding cost, we require grinding machine, and machine would be acquired from our central workshop, and the grinding wheel would be funded by our own. Number of joints that are need to be grinded are 48. Number of grinding wheel would be 1, and cost of grinding wheel is nearly about 250, which adds up to the total cost of 250. Moving forward, due to unavailability of the bodyworks at our location. We outsource the bodyworks from Primebul Automotives manufacturer in Mumbai, and its cost is nearly about 7,500. Moving forward, these are the bot part class fiber reinforcement bucket seat, which is of 2,000 rupees, and steering column mount and fire extinguisher mount, which are nearly of 120 and 250 rupees. Moving forward, these are the bought parts, that is raw material for the pipes, that is 300 per meter and 24 meter, which adds up to the 7,000 rupees. And for underbody sheeting, we used AI 1060 sheet of 0.75 mm, which is 93 per square feet rupees unit cost, and the total cost would be 651, which adds up to the 7,651. Moving forward.
Now comes the steering system. The major trade-off for make or buy we chose for the most cost-efficient and most optimum. So for the steering system, we went for what, as it turned out to be more economical and more efficient. We proceeded with the design we meticulously designed and had the design manufactured by a vendor. So the following are the bot parts: steering wheel hub, steering column with tripod, top support steering column, bearing steering column pivot, tie rod with tie rod ends. This sums out to be 7648 rupees, and we manufactured the steering stop right and left, which costed out to be 35 rupees each. Moving forward,
Coming to powertrain, following are the bought parts. We have bought an Yamaha engine of 149 cc of 25,000 and fuel pump of 4,000 and a exhaust muffler of 3,000, exhaust manifold of 3,000 and air filter 300. We have a 8V chain is of 1,770 rupees and fasteners are of 7,000. Moving forward, accelerator pedal of 2000 250 rupees and board and cable of 250, fuel tank of 3000 350 rupees, fuel tank mount 200 and fuel pipe 250 and a hand clutch 1500 rupees. Moving forward, now coming to manufactured part, we manufacture driver sprocket. Raw material used for driver sprockets is EN24. Processes used are turning, hobbing, drill tapping, and broaching. And operations cost is 435. Tooling cost 100 rupees. Unit cost is 800 835, and the cost of material used is 300. And for driving sprocket, material used is EN24, and processes used are turning, hovering, drill tapping, and broaching. Operations cost is 920 rupees, tooling cost is 200, and unit cost is 1620. Cost of material used is 500. Moving forward, we manufactured Excel of raw material usage AISI 4130. Operations involved are turning and boring. Fasteners is of 20 rupees. Operations cost is 4,450. Tooling cost is 1,500 and unit cost would be 7,670. Cost of material usage 1,700. For gear shifter, material used is AISI 4130. Processes involved are cutting, bending, and turning. Fasteners cost is 280 rupees. Operations cost 220 rupees. Tooling cost 50 rupees. Unit cost is 830. Moving forward, these are the images of parts. Moving forward, and total price of powertrain is 50,025 rupees. Moving forward.
Okay, so now I'll carry on with the suspension. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes,
Okay, okay,
Thakur,
okay,
you're audible.
okay, okay. So, sir, this depicts our wheel assembly, the front one and the rear one. Front consists of knuckle, stub axle, and tires, rim, and rear consists of wheel hub and tires and rim. So, looking at our constraint of like in-house facility of manufacturing, and also emphasizing more on cost optimization, We chose like whatever which could be manufactured at our facility, we manufactured so that could maximize learning and cost. And other than that, we outsourced. So coming to the total members, next. So these are main seven members, like front and rear tires, rims, wheels, wheel hub, stub axle, knuckles, ms nut bolt, and bearing. So we consulted our in-house facility for knowing the processes cost, raw material cost, and fastener cost, and they assisted us, like the shop in charges of our state-of-art central workshop, and we manufactured wheel hub, stub axle, and knuckle there, and the total cost for wheel hub came out to be 3540. For stub axle, it came out to be 1900, and for knuckle, it came out to be 1630. Next. Other than that, all of the parts were bought from a dealer from Noida named Crosshead Engineering, and these prices stated here are from his invoice, what he provided to us. So, front tires, rear tires, rims, nut bolts, and bearings, following the cost of 3072, 3472, 6000 for rims, for nut bolts 120, and for bearing it was 492. Okay, thank you.
Now let's have a look at the braking system. After considering various aspects and the weighing different options, we decided to bought things rather than manufacturing, although we have manufactured distributor and brake hub, but rest of the components have been bought by us. So the first component that we manufactured was distributor. The processes used in manufacturing distributor was first laser cutting, and the process cost was about 600 rupees, and the cost of raw material was rupees 480, and the raw material used was SS410, and the fastener cost was 60 rupees, and the total cost of manufacturing this rotor was 1,140 rupees. And the second component that we manufactured was brake hub. The processes used in manufacturing brake hub was laser cutting, broaching, and drill tapping, and the process cost was rupees 700. The raw material cost was about 400 rupees, and the raw material used by us was SS410, and the total cost of manufacturing the brake hub was rupees 1,100. Moving forward, these are the board. These are the board parts. The first one is the brake pedal. The cost of pedal was rupees 700, and the brake fluid, which was dot 4, and cost of brake fluid of quantity 250 ml was rupees 450, and the brake cost of brake caliper was 1850, and the master cylinder was 1800 rupees. The cost of brake light was rupees 650, and the cost of brake line was 600. At the last cost of buying the leap mount was 550, and the total cost of buying and manufacturing of all the components of braking system was rupees 8,840. Moving forward, as you can see, these are all the components used by us in the braking system. Moving forward,
Moving to electronics and wiring, following all the components used, uh, one two brake lights, two kill switch, and one brake over travel switch, one start switch, and a ECU circuit. Moving forward, one brake light switch and one battery and one starter switch, which makes a total of 4,530 rupees. Moving forward, these are the images of components used. Coming to the total cost of cards, which is distributed into various sub departments, which consist chassis of 29,270 rupees, steerings of 7,645 48 rupees, and powertrain 50,025 rupees, and suspension 23,804 rupees, braking 6,600 rupees, and electronics and wiring 4,480 rupees. Total cost of cart is 1,21,827. Moving forward, thank you for your attention, and we are open for questions.